Good morning. I am Pastor Otis Petteway of the Victory Community Church, and I am so grateful for you joining with us this morning. I'm going to ask that you follow our Facebook page. If you're watching us via YouTube, subscribe to our channel, like the video that you're watching now as we live stream our worship service. Comment, and I am right there in the comments. Our staff is right there in the comments. Our members is right there in the comments with you. Everybody shoot us every hashtag EverythingVictroy, and we are excited to have you. Share it on your page. Don't keep this to yourself. I promise you the word today will bless you. Come on, be a part of what we're doing right here at Victory. Thank you again for joining us, and I am Pastor Otis Petteway. Now it's time for VNN, Victory News Network. This week on Tuesday, we will have Bible study, our Tune-Up Tuesday at 7 p.m. It will not be on Zoom. It will be located right here on Facebook and YouTube. We ask that you join with us. We're in the middle of our series on the isness of God, where we're discussing where God is, who God is, and the things that make God God. You can join us right here on Facebook and YouTube for that. On Wednesdays, we have our prayer call, where we are calling out your name before God. If you're in need of prayer, please don't hesitate to submit your name in prayer to us for to be called out on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. We ask that you invite all of your friends and family to join with us in prayer. We know that one can chase 1,000, but two can chase tens of thousands. We ask that you join with us in prayer on Wednesdays. But then not only that, on Sundays at 10 a.m., you can meet us right here at the Victory Community Church Facebook and YouTube channel. We have our morning worship, and this month, for the month of August, we are talking about increasing that capacity that God has for you. Are you ready for it? And praying that prayer of Jabez. Thank you again for joining with us, and thank you for paying attention to VNN.
You know, sometimes you just have to be riding down the street and just start telling yourself, you know, say, I don't feel no way down from tomorrow where I started. Hey, nobody told me who believe, but I don't believe you brought me this far. I don't believe. What makes me up about people, they think just because they don't like it, that God's supposed to leave you. He ain't gonna leave you. He won't do it. No. He ain't gonna leave you. I know. He ain't gonna leave you. many could get healed with stuff going on like that? See, cancer could dry up in rooms like this.
My. After singing like that, you know that I'm overjoyed and excited about what God is doing here today in this season. I got a couple of quick things. I'm too excited to even give them to you right now.
Good morning,
I just had to. I'm sorry, y'all. I want to give y'all this real quick. Couple of big things are happening. If we're in the middle of our series on increase, I want to show y'all how God is increasing our territory at the Victory Community Church, because it's one thing. What the Bible shows us that Jesus' method of teaching was, what he would show you is he would give you the end, then he would teach you, and then he would come back and show it to you. But I want you to see how God has been blessing us in the middle of what we even have going on today. I've got hot news. Some of y'all have seen it on social media. Some of y'all have already done it. We're going to put the links up as soon as worship is over today. Big announcements. First one, we are going to a new way of giving. We're adding some things. If you have certain stuff that you give on already, we're adding a new way to give, easier. Text to give. All you have to do is text the number 832-400-9544. And it's right there in the comments. 832-400-9544. And once you hit that, text give to that number, and they will set you up. And after that, somebody say after that, all you have to do is put in the dollar amount, and it'll be easy as giving like that. This is as easy as giving as possible. We do anything easy is texting. The easiest thing we do is texting, and we can do that. But the big announcement, drum roll please. Jared, I can't hear you. Drum roll. We are launching our new app. We have our own Victory Community Church app. These are the ways that you can do it. Go to the App Store and then type in Victory Community Church. Actually, it is type in One Church, or the link will be on the page right after we go off. And then type in the Victory Community Church. Create an account and then enjoy what you have. It's already been posted on our page. Go look in our comments. I'm excited, y'all. Let me get into the word, because I'm too excited. I'm too excited to even sit still. 1 Chronicles 4, y'all already know where we're going. 1 Chronicles 4, verse 10. 1 Chronicles 4, verse 10. And we're going to read it today again in your hearing. And it says, Jabez cried out to the God of Israel, "Oh, that you would bless me and enlarge my territory. Let your hand be with me and keep me from harm, so that I will be free from pain." And God granted his request. We want to focus on this one part of the verse today. Just this one part. We talked about the first week that you would bless me, and we talked about that blessing last week. Even in our interruptions, even in our technical issues, we discussed that let your hand enlarging my territory. We're gonna repost that. But today, we're gonna discuss this awesomeness of let your hand be with me. Let your hand be with me. And I'm gonna do it a little different today. I'm gonna do it a little different today. We're gonna talk about it a little bit different, and we're gonna discuss it from this thought today. Watch this. Just hold me. Just hold me. Just put that in the comments. Somebody put that in the comments for me. Just hold me. Just hold me. I don't need you to always say something. I don't need a new word. I just need you to keep your hand on me. This is an awesome prayer in the book of Chronicles. It's a awesome prayer where he's breaking into this mindset, this mode of believing and viewing, and he's trying to communicate what he really feels is going on. And what he's trying to do is find a solution for his problems. And watch this, and develop a lifestyle. See, some people pray and some people have a lifestyle of prayer. And Jabez was in a situation where he says, hey, I got a lot of stuff going on and everybody looks at me. But the problem is that many times we have to be strong and display signs of strength when the only sign that you really think that God can see about you is your weakness. He looks past all of the crazy stuff, all of the stuff that you got going on. I don't know. Marvin Sapp had a song years ago. Bishop Marvin Sapp had a song years ago, said he saw the best in me. And I don't know what he saw in me, but I want whatever he saw in me to still be good enough to get up on the cross and die for me. And most of us struggle with this thing in life because we aim to do things on our own because we have trust issues. Most of us don't understand that it's not all about being good and strong and impactful when you by yourself, but who do you have around you? Can you build a team around you? Can you create this village of people that can infiltrate and improve all of the things that you have in your life? Watch this, because collaboration is a powerful tool, and that's how the enemy gets you. He gets you by yourself because you've already tried to abandon God, because you tried to bargain with somebody that has not been bargainable. God does not have a desire to deal with you in any manner that's not according to his will and his way. Watch this. The fact that you have help sometimes allows you to do more. You have to understand that sometimes it's not about being the everything, handling it all by yourself. I need 2 or 3 people. That is just say for a second, I need help sometimes. I need some understanding. I need people. I need folks with me, because people that have trust issues when it comes to seeking assistance always come with the same stuff. By the time I teach it to you, I could have done it myself. Get out the way. I'll do it myself. But understand this, that Jesus never even left the mindset, watch this, of doing stuff by himself. He had to get somebody with him. Even Jesus, being the Son of God, decided to grab 12 people, because he knew when he was physically gone, somebody needed to keep the work going. Watch this. We find in this text, we break down in this text, we move in this text and have to understand some things about God. I don't want to go Bible study, but can I take 2 minutes and go Bible study with us? Jabez says this: Lord, let your hand be on me. Let your hand be with me. And when he says that, what he's literally saying is that I need you to physically put your hand on me. I need to feel your hand. But this is not a reality that can be made whole. He's not asking for God to come down and touch him with his hand. And this is the problem, is that we talk literal to a God that's spiritual, and you cannot expect God to do what he's not set up or designed to do. He cannot manifest. He will not manifest himself in the physical presence to keep his hand on you. God will not follow you with his hand touching you, because God is spirit. God is not physical. He's spiritual. He is a God. He's a spirit, which is why the old saints said it like this: when I see Jesus. Y'all don't want to talk with me. I feel it today. When I see Jesus, and what they're saying is, I can't see God. He's spirit. But the Bible says that the man Christ Jesus is in glory. Y'all don't want. I'm talking better than y'all saying amen. That what Jabez is saying is that you keep your hand on me is not a physical manifestation of your hand. What is called, the proper term is an anthropomorphic term. He's literally saying, if you had a hand, let that hand that I cannot physically feel do what my hand that I can feel do. We use this term. We do different stuff. We said that he's a lawyer in the courtroom, but God has never passed the bar. We said that he's a doctor in the sick room, but he does not have a medical degree. We said that he's the rose of Sharon, but he's not a flower. In Psalms, he says he'll cover you with his feathers, but he's not a bird. Those are anthropomorphic terms. They are physical terms given to a non-physical deity that are set in place to make you understand who God is. And what he says is, God If a hand is on me, let it be yours. But watch this. What's some things we learned about this hand being on us? Can I talk about it? Can I talk about it? Because sometimes you don't want somebody that can come in and say all of the elegant things. And after you've been through some traumatic situations, what I've learned in my life is that when you really going through your go through, sometimes it's not about what people are doing. It's not even about what people are saying. Just touch me. Y'all talk to me. If you've been in a real traumatic situation, it's not always the actions or the commentary or the communication that I got your back. But sometimes I just want you to hold me. Sometimes I don't need God to speak a new word. I don't need God to move a new way. I don't need God to make a miracle happen. I just need that he would be there with me. Whew. The Bible says, the hymn book says it like this: no, never alone. He promised never to leave me, never alone. It's just hold me. And understanding this, I'm off of my notes, but I'm feeling it really good this morning. I'm off of my notes because even Jesus, and on the cross, the first word we hear is, my God, why have thou forsaken me? What does that mean? I preached it before. I call that sermon alone in a crowd, because you can be in a group of people, but if you feel the hand of God has exited your life, there's a problem with you because you know that you feel like you are missing something. My God, keep you, just hold me. I don't need you to do all of this stuff. Just hold me. I'm probably going to go too far and I might lose 2 or 3 people. But this is the problem that some people have when it comes to living and dealing with people that they have no desire to spend the rest of their life with. They will give them their body just so you can hold them through the night, because the single life is cool and fine until the bed gets cold on the other side, because sometimes the cover's not weighted enough. I just need you to hold me. I'm trying to get you to understand what it's like when you're by yourself. And it doesn't mean that there's an absence of other people, but what it means is that the person that cares and hold and can keep you from all, come on, we just heard the song, keep me so that no evil. Come on, somebody, hold me. Because your presence, it does some things. Let's talk about these hands. What? Because if your hand is on me, Okay, y'all don't want to talk. 3 things, I'm through. 3 things. I'm 50% out of here because I'm finna shout and go dance in my garage. The first thing that this text is tailored to teach us. The first thing. It was deeper than what you wanted to understand it. I wanted to go there, but I ain't on Zoom and I don't want Facebook to bar me. Because we do stuff in hopes that you just hold me a little longer. Oh boy. Okay, I'm through. 3 things this text that we learn about this hand. The first thing is that the hand is the connection from his presence. It's the connection from his presence. It's connecting me. It's connecting me to his presence. It's the connection to his presence. Watch this. If this term is anthropomorphic, it means that it's a attribute applied to him from it's a term applied to him, that my hand is attached to my body, which means that if his hand is on me, then that means he's close to me. Y'all don't want to talk to me. That if God has no physical hands, then what does the term stand for? That if his hand is on me, that means he's there. Watch this, that the connection comes because if he's touching me, he cannot be too far away. The song says, I want to be where you are. I want in your presence. We sing about this stuff. Worship invokes his presence. Understanding this, that if God is everywhere at all times, and God cannot leave anywhere because he's everywhere, he doesn't have to leave me to come to you. That means that I don't have to get his presence. I have to initiate his presence. It means what? If daddy's here, I don't have to get him here. I just have to start tapping into him that is already here. What does that mean? That means that if he's touching me, I have to make sure that we're in the same place at the same time, that we have a presence and power that God can move. I don't care about anybody else. I'm shouting just about who and where I am. In the presence, in his presence is where I want to be. In his presence is where I deserve to be. And I'm connected to it because you got your hand. Got his hand on me. There's a connection. It's hard to get some stuff out of him without his hand being on you. Whew. That when you ask for him to give you things, that you have to appreciate that his hand is on you. See, understanding this, that when you've been loved the right way, when you've had the right kind of appreciation, the hand being on you is not always a sign of great things. Sometimes it's a sign of correction. Whew. That even though you are in connection, even though you're in right standing with him, even though he's with you, sometimes his hand is not a hand that is appreciating what you're doing. Sometimes his hand is a correcting hand. It's the rod hand. It's the hand that's spanking you and making sure that you get in the right line. It's a hand, watch this, if it's not leading you, it might be correcting you. Oof. That sometimes the love, but come on, everybody understands this. Everybody had a good parent. Everybody that had a good parent understands this, that I'm not whooping you because I'm mad at you. I'm whooping you because I love you. I'm correcting you because I love you. Watch this. His rod and his staff, they cover me. Oof. The staff was a staff of guidance. It was a staff of correction. But the rod was a whip. It was to hit you with. The other end of it was to get you back in line. When the staff couldn't get you, the rod. The connection of his presence. Because understanding this, that the requiring of his hand, watch this, Jabez says this, that you would, come on, I'm right here in the text, let your hand be with me. Because if I don't have your hand with me, I don't want it. There's no need in giving me stuff and leaving me. I'd rather be with you. Oh, come on. I know I'm not the only Bootsy Collins fans in the room. That I'd rather be with you. I don't want that stuff. I don't need all of that other stuff. I require your hand, because if your hand is with me, I can always get the stuff. Because they had it wrong. They had it wrong in Matthew. And God corrected them, because he says that you keep coming after this stuff. You keep praying about this stuff, but the stuff is not the problem. The stuff is a byproduct of my presence. If you get my presence, then you'll get the stuff. Where's that in the Bible? He's literally saying that, hey, what did he say that in Matthew? I didn't see that. He says, seek ye first the kingdom. Seek the kingdom. Go after the kingdom and all of that other stuff that you keep asking me about, the prayers you keep praying, about the stuff that you've lost along the way. I know all of that. But if you come after me first, I'll give you the stuff. I got the stuff. But you need the connection from his presence. Y'all don't want to talk to me today. It's the stuff. I don't want any of the stuff if I can't be with you. I'd rather have the stuff. Give me stuff. Oh, I know it's wrong. It's the best one I got. The first one is the connection from his presence. Watch this. The second thing, I'm right here in the text. He says, the comfort that comes from his presence. That if your hand's with me, I ought to get some comfort. I didn't understand this because I've always felt like God's hand has always been there. So because I was taught the theoretical presence of God, and I wasn't explained the actual application of the presence of God, which is the theoretical means what's the reality of it, what the real method and methodology behind it is. What the application of it is what I'm actually living. I never tapped into what they told me it took to get there, but what I can tell you about is what I got. That you can tell me he's always there, but when I feel him, I feel different. Y'all don't want to talk to me. That I get comfort from him just showing up. It reminds me, it's not a story, it's actually a song, Pray For Me, and it's the best song I got. It's by Warren G and Nate Dogg, called Regulators. And on Regulators, they were riding. They'll regulate any stealing of their property, and they're pretty good at it. They regulators. And watch this. And he said he was getting robbed. I'm in the song. He said he was getting robbed. And at the end of the song, he pulled up on him. And the comfort that he got was from his boy having something that could change the situation. I said it was a bad analogy when I started off with it. Because sometimes it's not about what people say about you. It's not about what other folks got going on. Sometimes it's just about when they show up, the comfort from them being who they are is enough all by itself. It's just all by itself. And see, I need 2 or 3 people that understand and stand in agreement with me that God, when he shows up, he shows out. And I get peace because he's there. And me and God together will regulate some situations. It's some people that don't play with me because he's a regulator. Y'all, but don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. I'm trying to be better. That we have to get comfort in the situation of knowing that his presence brings peace. I don't need stuff. I can get stuff, but give me you. It's the example of she's too old for it now and don't really care about me like that, like she used to. My daughter, when I would go pick her up from school, and she would be in the classroom, and she was in like pre-K, and they would be sitting in the class. This was probably daycare time, and they'd be sitting in the class, and they all be in a big circle. And because I didn't want to sit in traffic, I would go get her early. And when I go get her early, I would go and go into the classroom, not sign her out before I would go into class. And they would open the door, and the lady said, she knew you were coming. Watch this, y'all gonna catch this. She knew you were coming. And every time the door opened, she would look. And then the one time that you did come, when you did come to the door, she took off running. Why? Because the comfort I get from his presence is not about him being there. It's about when I tapped into the promise that when he came, I knew my situation was going to change. When he came, I knew the situation was going to get better. When he came, I knew that stuff was going to turn around for me. So when I would come in the door, I didn't have to know what she did before, but her expectation for me shifting the situation, taking her out of somewhere that she did not want to be anymore, changed the entire situation in her life. Watch this. And if my daughter at 4 can appreciate what God was doing in that season, then you right now where you are at every door opening situation ought to be looking and saying, is that you? Is that him? And when it ain't, you look at the people around you and say, he's on the way. Why? He told me he would come. He told me he would be right here. Lord, that you would be with me. Lord, that you would come and turn this thing around. Lord, that you would. And I'm looking at the door and saying, is it that him? No, but y'all know what? It ain't him yet, but y'all know he gonna come. It ain't him yet, but I know he gonna come. It ain't him yet, but I know it's gonna turn around. It ain't him yet, but I know he's gonna shift it because I got comfort in his presence. And when he keeps his hand on me, I know I can shout on the simple fact that if I got his hand on me, he ain't too far behind. His hand is representation of his presence. If his presence is in the room, then I promise you some stuff ought to change. The devil don't act the same when he shows up. The devil respects him when some stuff happens in your life. Watch this. It's the problem is that some of us don't appreciate what he's doing in our life. And when you understand that the comfort that you get from God's presence is that you'll understand that you'll be willing to let some stuff and some people go to keep his presence. Watch this, because in his presence there's always peace. Even in turmoil, he can bring you peace. Because I'm willing to benedict, the benediction is the final blessing. I'm willing to benedict you out of my life. I'm willing to bless you away from me so that my peace can remain. Because when he shows up, peace happens. I'd rather be with you. Just hold me. Just hold me. See, the comfort from his presence is literally saying this, that I can have anxiety, I can have stress, I can have depression, but until he shows up, when he shows up, things change. When he shows up, things shift. When he shows up, everything starts to turn around. Sooner or later, it's going to turn in my favor. You don't sing that if you've never been through some stuff. I need 2 or 3 people that'll shout, just hold me. Just just hold me, just hold me, just hold me till I feel better. Just hold me until the day comes. Just hold me until, because see, I don't need you to start holding me, God, in the morning, and I'm gonna quit asking for you to wait until the morning time. I need you to hold me when the weeping comes, because the Bible says that weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. God, I can get joy. I need you in the weeping time. Just hold me. Just keep your hands on me. Just keep your mind on me. Just touch me. Just touch me and show me it's real. Okay, can I show y'all something? In the movie Ghost, they spend some time when he's a ghost trying to move this coin. And watch this. And the thing was not that she couldn't see him. It's that she didn't think that he could move in her world. And sometimes you just need God to step into some stuff and just move some stuff. It's not that he can't, but just every now and then you need some confirmation and affirmation that he's going to do exactly what he said he would do. That I might have been in turmoil when you showed up, but when you came and you comforted me with your presence, your presence just held me. Keep your hand on me. Watch this, because if you don't comfort me, I'll go crazy. If you don't comfort me, I'll go insane. If you don't comfort me, I'll lose it. If you don't comfort me, I lost my mind. I've been through hell and high water. And in the middle of all of that stuff, the only peace I got has been from your comfort. And I got that from your hand. You put your hand on me. You hold me. You kept me. You see. Sometimes it's sometimes not what he's doing, but the fact that him being there is blessing enough. I don't need the stuff to change. I just need you. Come here. It's right here, Mark 4. Mark 4. Jesus is asleep on the boat. The disciples wake him up in the middle of the storm. Storm is raging. The boat is full of water. The disciples then go get Jesus and say, Master, carest thou not that we perish? Watch this. They communicated the situation and what they felt like it would be. But what they did understand is, I don't need to tell you how to be God. See, I'm going to just tell you how I see it and then wake you up and let you handle that. Watch this. You don't hear the disciples talking again until after Jesus fixes it. Because the comfort that they got is that if we die, it won't be because he was asleep. And watch this. It wasn't that Jesus was asleep, because the Bible says he never slumbers nor sleeps. But what he was actually doing was waiting on their request for his presence. They tried to fix it without him, and it wasn't until they asked him to show up in the situation, because he was in the situation with them. Come in, Hebrew boys. It's not about getting him in the situation. Are you willing to acknowledge the him that's in the situation with you? Because you spend so much time complaining about the situation. But Jabez says this, Lord, keep your hand on me. Hold me. I'm trying. Y'all, I'm trying to be as good as I can. I'm trying. If I was in the sanctuary, I'd be leaning back hollering by now. Keep your hand on me. Just hold me. That blesses me. Just hold me. You see, you can get a good cry when he holds you. You can be vulnerable when he holds you, because most of us spend our life trying not to be vulnerable, and then you don't get comfort because you never let the real you get healed. So you kept being upset about what other people said and had going on, but the problem that you really had was that nobody was able to heal the real you, because you never displayed the real you to them. And when God showed up, he couldn't comfort what you wouldn't reveal. Just hold me. I need somebody that I don't have to be perfect with. I don't have to have all of my I's dotted and my T's crossed. As the old preacher would say, I ain't need none of my T's dotted and none of my I's crossed. I didn't need none of that stuff to go on, because at the end of the day, I just need you to comfort me. Hold me. Just, I'm out of here, y'all. First thing I do is have the connection from his presence. Just connection. I'd rather be with you. Just touch me. Second thing, you have to have the comfort from his presence. Third thing I have to do is have the confirmation of his presence. See, God is a great teacher. He's a great teacher. He is the kind of teacher that will teach you the lesson and then stand quietly during the test until you request his presence. Yeah, because he put something in you that he said that you can get through this and you have everything it takes to get through your go through. But the problem is that you are struggling with you. Yeah. Because during the test, you don't know how to tap into what I've already given you. So you start asking me about what you didn't pay attention to while you went through the go through. So the problem with most of us is that you struggle with people and problems with stuff because you don't appreciate where God is going. You don't appreciate what God is trying to do. But the confirmation from his presence says that the fact that he has his hand on you confirms that you're in his will. That you will never leave me nor forsake me. Not that you're right, but that he can still keep you. See, one of my favorite verses in the Bible, and I'm going to give y'all a real insight to my way of thinking when it comes to my theology, is that Psalms 34:19, that many of the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivers them from them all. What does that mean? That all is all encompassing. That means that there's nothing that he cannot heal or deliver. That means that there's nothing that God cannot do and change and turn and shift in your life. What are you trying to say, preacher? I'm saying that if you are in need of God's presence, that there's nothing that he cannot get you out of. There's nothing he cannot forgive. There's nothing he cannot shift and move in your life. Because the confirmation of his presence means that a miracle can be on the way. Again, I keep going back to my daughter. I don't know why this is in my spirit today. She was out with some people, I shall not give names, that said that they wasn't going to buy her something. And she said, that's okay. And they said they wasn't going to buy it. And she got indignant. That's okay. And they said, why you keep acting like you going to get it anyway? She said, I am. And they said, no, you're not, because I'm not buying that for you. And she said, that's okay. Call my daddy. And they said, what do you mean call your daddy? Why would we call your daddy? Your daddy ain't got no money. She said, if he don't, he got a card. And I promise you, I'll have it. She was indignant about it. And guess what? When they called me to tell me the story, I asked them, what did she ask for and how much was it? Because if you can brag on me and I'm not even there as your earthly father, then how do I understand and appreciate how my heavenly father understands when the devil steps into the room? And he starts talking about me. And I say, you don't know my daddy. You ain't talked to my daddy yet. And the confirmation I get from his presence means sometimes the hand, that physical hand gets you in the back and you got to do like my shirt. So can I put it on the shirt for a second? You got to say it with your chest. Don't say it like a coward. You got to say it with your chest. You got to say, my daddy's on the way. My daddy's in the room. My daddy's shifting and turning things in my favor. My daddy is turning things. The confirmation from his presence says that everything is going to be all right. See, I might not ever have knew what it was like. But once I did know what real love was like, I feel like that song that said, I never knew love like this before. I never experienced this kind of love that I could brag on you when you hadn't even told me you'd do it yet. This love that'll say that God, you'll be with me even until the ends of the earth. And guess what? I can go as high as I want to go, but I don't want to go nowhere that you ain't. I don't want riches if you don't want me to be rich. I don't want houses and cars if you don't want me to have houses and cars. And watch this. And even in Corinthians, he says it like this, that nothing shall separate me from the love of God. That means anything that I'm praying for, if it shall separate me, I don't want it. Yeah. Okay. The confirmation of his presence, what it does is the confirmation of his presence brings room. Y'all don't want to talk to me today. There's a story. There's a story. I'm through. There's a story of a little boy that was at a water park, and the little boy was with some friends, and the little boy was going from ride to ride with his friends, and the friends said, we're going to go on the big slide. We're going to go on the real big slide. And the little boy was talking with him. He going up the thing. Little boy was going up the slide. God just gave me a revelation. Can I change the story? Pause, rewind, come back. Let's do it a different way. Actual story. I was at a water park with my daughter, and we were going through all of this kiddie stuff, and we got on a slide, and everybody was fine and comfortable and cool. Watch this. And she got on the slide, and we were going up the stairs, and we kept going up, and we were all laughing and talking. And when it was her turn to go down the slide, she started crying. Daddy, I don't want to do this. Daddy, I just go back this way. Daddy, I don't want to do this. Daddy, and I grabbed her and I touched her. I said, you know what? You see this slide? The way we made it down this slide. the way other people made it down the slide, you can make it down the slide. Watch this, y'all. And I grabbed her hand, grabbed her back, grabbed her hand with one hand, grabbed her back with the other hand, and I kissed on her cheek and I said, it's gonna be all right. Daddy will meet you at the bottom. Kissed on her cheek and I pushed her down the slide. And when I got down to the bottom of the slide, she was down there laughing and giggling and said, Daddy, can we do it again? Because guess what? Daddy, you said it was going to be all right, and it was going to be all right. I was scared for my life. I didn't know what to do. Y'all don't want to let Taylor preach for y'all tonight. That it becomes a point in all of our lives that you have to be comfortable with the confirmation of his presence. Because sometimes it's not about him changing what he's going to do. It's literally just celebrating the fact that you said it was going to be all right, and doggone it if it wasn't. I just am excited for the fact that God can do anything but fail. And God, if you can't fail, then if your hands on me, then this got to succeed. Romans 8:28 says, for we know that all things work together for the good of them who love the Lord. Watch this, y'all. If it ain't worked out for your good, he ain't through with it yet. I watched my wife make gumbo, and when she put gumbo together, she put some stuff in it I don't normally eat, but it's the stuff that she puts in the gumbo that makes the gumbo good, and it's the stuff that she puts in the gumbo that makes me excited to eat the gumbo. Y'all don't want to talk to me. And if it was one or two of the things that I didn't eat that she put on the plate, I'd leave it there. But because it was the all things that she put in the gumbo that made the gumbo good. That's what your life is. Your life is the gumbo. It got a little bit of stuff you like and a little bit of stuff you don't like, and a little bit of stuff you want and a little bit of stuff you don't want. But I'm just shouting about the fact that all of that stuff that I had put in my life, he told me that when the gumbo was done, my life, the gumbo of life was done, then it would be working together for my good. Daryl Pettis said it to us today, this morning. Bishop Pastor Daryl Pettis said it to us this morning. He said, he ain't going to leave. Touch somebody and say, you can talk about me, you can lie on me, you can act like everything is going crazy, but the one thing you cannot tell me is that he's going to leave me. He ain't gonna leave. He ain't gonna go nowhere. He cannot leave me because he promised me that he wouldn't. And if he becomes a liar, I don't know what I would do. And as God, since you ain't gonna leave, I'm gonna ask you to do just this one thing one more time. Just hold me. Just hold me. Just one more time in the comments. Can we do that? Just type it in the comments. Just hold me. You don't have to say nothing. You don't have to do nothing. You don't have to move in a mighty and majestic way. I just need you to just hold me. Life moves too fast sometimes. I just need some quiet time for you to just hold me. I don't need you to do anything. I don't need nobody to shift and move and turn stuff around. Just hold me. Just rock with me in the middle of the night. And when I'm asleep, guard the room. When I'm worried, you heal the land. Just hold me. I want to offer Christ to you. I offer Christ to you. It's different to me when I got somebody to call on and you don't have anybody. It's different when you feel alone because you're not in a state, you're not in a building, that this is not the room for you. That's not where we are. You're not doing what you got going on. You're not appreciated with the people that you have. They don't understand you. I understand all of that. But I know somebody. And y'all, I can promise you, it ain't me. I'm flawed and messed up. But what I do tell you is I know somebody. I tell people all the time, you preachers are messed up. But they never called us to be perfect. They just called us to know somebody perfect. I never point you to me. I'm pointing you to him. If you've never accepted him in your life, this is the time that you can accept Christ. You can say, God, I confess with my mouth, believe in your heart that your son, Jesus, died and was raised from the grave on the third day morning, got up with all powers in his hand. And I believe it in my heart. You are saved. And I'm offering that to you. But not only do I offer Christ to you, I offer you connection. I'm offering you connection with the Victory Community Church. offering you a connection to be a part of a ministry that is God-believing, God-fearing, that God can do anything but fail. And because he won't fail, that means everything he do, he win. And what winning says is that I'm victorious. And I'm a victorious person because I attend the Victory Community Church. If you're in the state, out of the state, you're around the corner, you fell out with some people and don't understand why. But we will introduce you to a God. We will show you the right relationship with God to be in the right standing. If you want to be a part of the Victory Community Church, we don't have an aisle to come down right now. We don't have a chair to sit you in and all of that stuff. Some of that we've never done. But what we do have is, what we do ask you to do is to show a sign of commitment and text this number. Text Victory, join Victory to 833-489-7279. Victory, if y'all are in the comments, just show them love in the comments. Just say, I am Victory. I am Victory. If you're a member of the Victory Community Church, motivate them. Close this down for a second. Text this number, 833. Can we get that in the comments? 833-489-7279. Text Join Victory to 833-489-7279. And text Join Victory to that number. And I promise you that you will experience the move and mighty view of God. Thank you. Couple of quick announcements. Some of them I've already covered. If you were helped today, I appreciate you for being here. Thank you for being a part of what we're doing. 3 things. First one, let's go back. Our app, you can download it. Go get the link off our page. I will put it back up. It's in the App Store, but it's not under the Victory Community Church. It is under Ministry One, Church Ministry, Church Link or something. I'll find it. I should be better at this, but I didn't. I'll have it together and better next time. Then we have added text to give, where you can text the amount you want to give and text give to this, and they will set you up. 833-400-9544. And then you just text the amount you want to give, and they will set you up to be able to do that every week. Last but not least, y'all know I'm very touchy about me. Is on next Sunday, we have our pastor's birthday celebration. We have not pushed anything for me because I know we're in a pandemic and got things going on and just life. But I am asking those that can, please join us next Sunday at 10 a.m. Our guest speaker will be Pastor DJ Harris of the Greater Harvest Church in Texas City. He joined us last year, so let's be in place and in standing ready to do what we need to do on next week. Someone from the church will be getting in touch with you. If you have a desire to give, please go and be in support of what we're doing next week on next Sunday. So let's prepare to do that. Now, let's also prepare to give today. I want to make sure I'm putting up the right stuff. You can text to give. You can give on our Victory Community Church app. You can give on Cash App. And you can give on Givelify. You can give on any of those platforms. You can give on any of those platforms if you desire. So please, let's do what we're here to do. Also, let's do something miraculous today. I'm gonna ask everyone to do something if you can. Victory, I'm gonna ask you to do a minimum of $100. If you want to stand with us for that, I want to show you my face so we can be on one accord on this. We want to do a minimum of $100 a piece today. And we need to do some miraculous things, and we're trying to do some great and mighty works, and we want to do that. Can I get everyone that can to do a minimum of $100 today? Whether you give it on text to give, you give it on Cash App, you give it on the Victory app, or you giving on Givelify. Give on any of those ways if you desire. You can give on all of them. and give $25 a piece on each other, however you want to. But let's do that today. If we can, let's do that. We haven't really done big seed time. If it's your Sunday to tithe, give your tithe. And if you have it above your tithe, then do it. If not, trust me, I understand. But if you've been receiving these words, you know that this is good ground to sow in. If you want to do it, if you can do it, I promise you, it's worth being done. I'm sorry. The app is Church by Ministry 1. Church by Ministry 1. Church by Ministry 1. And then once you get that, then type in Victory Community Church. And you can give on the app. Let's do that today. Let's do that seed today. Let's sow. This is good times and good harvest. I'm praying with you, praying for you, praying that there's storms that are headed this way, that they will not be final. The final say on any of your lives that are watching this. We believe God can do exceedingly abundantly above all that we ask and or think. So we are expecting a mighty shift and move of God in this season for that. And we're believing that God will do everything that we've asked him to when it comes to this move of God, and trusting him to do just that. Thank you all. I love you. See you all on Tuesday night. I'm just full. I'm sorry. I think I covered everything. If I didn't, check the page. See y'all Tuesday night, Bible study, Tune Up Tuesday at 7 p.m. Love y'all. See y'all later. God, daughter.
Good morning, Petteway.
You know, sometimes you just have to be riding down the street and just start telling yourself, you know, say, I don't feel no way down. From tomorrow where I started. Nobody told me before who believe it, but I don't believe you brought me this far. I don't believe. I don't believe he brought me this far. I don't believe he brought me this far. I don't believe he brought me this far to leave me. He ain't gonna leave. He ain't gonna leave. He ain't gonna leave. I got to get out of here. The Lord said, he ain't gonna leave. He ain't gonna leave. He never left me. I'm stuck. He ain't gonna leave. I know this comfort. What makes me up about people, they think just because they don't like you, that God's supposed to leave you. He ain't gonna leave. He won't do it. No. He ain't gonna leave. I know. He ain't gonna leave. That's real country. That's country where they're working and they. He ain't gonna leave. Even when I'm wrong, he won't do it. Even when I mess up, he won't do it. 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 body could get healed when stuff going on like